Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's on the wrong mic. Just give me 1 second to fix that. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Zagard Test. Extreme it is I, your friend, the one, the only, Z-A-R, Zagard. And I'm back with Claire and Andrew.
The mythology guy.
Andrew the Mythology... Is that his name? Andrew the Mythology Guy?
Yeah, that's all one word. First
Andrew
name. Andrew the Mythology Guy.
No, Andrew first name, last name the Mythology Guy.
No, middle name the. Last name mythology
middle
guy.
name the Mythala. And last name G Guy.
Jagai. My name is... I am Mr. Jagai. Welcome to my restaurant. All we serve here is pizza, and that's it.
And Claire the struggling alto.
Yeah. That's my TikTok name.
Yeah. I'm not on TikTok, so.
Yes, I.
But you know what I am on?
You're on Twitch right now.
Yeah, I'm on Twitch to talk about Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
We are. We just watched episode 4.
Sorry I wasn't here last week. I had to help somebody move.
Yeah, and for those of you who don't know why I didn't post episode 1 and 2, it's because we didn't really have a discussion video and they got kind of wonky, so.
Yeah, we did like a live reaction of them, kind of.
Yeah.
And I think I'm just going to stick to this discussion stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't really show the reactions online.
You can, but it's
you can show the reaction, but not with footage of.
That's what I meant to say. You can't really show the footage. You have to it has to be very. You have to cut it in certain ways, so it's Yeah. We'll probably post a episode last week though of us.
Yeah, I meant to post it if I haven't already. I
one.
don't remember if I have or haven't.
Yeah.
I will say this. I think. Well, my favorite character on the show is Zemo. Honestly.
Zemo was good. I liked him more last week, but he had more to do last week. But this episode, he was great too.
You know,
I really liked him.
When they in episode 3, when they first introduced we're gonna break Zemo out of jail, I actually kind of rolled my eyes and groaned. And I'll tell you why, because I thought, oh my god, that is the dumbest move you could make. You're gonna break the murderer out of jail. I'm sure this won't go wrong. I'm sure there won't be more deaths on your hands now. But actually, kind of the way they do it.
He hasn't nothing's really gone wrong with them breaking Zemo out.
The only people who have died have been villains, at his hand, and he hasn't gone off on a tangent. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's gonna try to at some point, but so far I've actually seen why they've needed him. He's been the one getting them everywhere they're going.
Yeah. And he was the one, I don't know if I agree with him killing the guy who made the serum, but that's also him. It wasn't the worst thing in the world. And then he did smash the serum this episode. It's so that's
he's
not bad.
It's kind of been a good thing, honestly.
Yeah. But it was a really good episode. I still liked episode 3 the best so far, but this episode was really good with a lot of good twists, and it was a very serious drama spy episode.
Yeah, this was a fun episode. We finally got to see what's his name? Bucky.
Intense.
Go through his cleansing of the mind control.
Yeah, they started the show off with that. That was so good.
That they trained him to not be mind controlled anymore. So that's good.
That was so good.
Also, one thing I really like is I mean, you guys, if you've seen the WandaVision streams, you probably saw me bitch about Civil War a few times. And I had some problems with Zemo in that because I thought, this isn't the Zemo from the comics. And then when I see this, though, they've kind of merged, him with his comic book self pretty well now. So I feel like I'm finally getting the Zemo I wanted to see, right down to the mask.
I know what you mean. They're saying it's kind of the best of both worlds with Zemo now.
You know what's funny is, as much as I loved seeing the mask in the previous episode, there was no reason for him to put it on in that episode. I was just sitting there there was no reason for that, but I'm still happy it did.
Yeah, it's not like he had to hide his identity.
I mean, he did. He is out.
No, why did
he literally put it on for 1 minute and just to fire one bullet, and then he took it right back off.
I mean, yeah, that's still a pretty good reason. That person fired someone. Who could that be? It takes them a little longer to figure it out. Try and arrest
you know what
him.
I would have liked a little more? What if he put on the mask and went on a full action scene? You could have said it's something like, when I put on this mask, I feel like I become a different person.
That wouldn't really work. That wouldn't fit
I know
his
what you're
character.
saying.
I don't know, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on how they did it.
I don't think you could have. Not that way. That's more something you do for a hero character for him. It doesn't make sense for him because they already said he knows how to fight.
I guess. I don't know.
I still thought it was cool though.
Yeah, I liked the mask. I had nothing wrong with it. But in this episode, so we find out that last episode she has how much more of the serum? She had 20 minus 8.
Yeah, she had 12 spare ones. She even mentions it a little in this after what happens. She goes, "I wish we still were able to make a dozen more of us," which doesn't mean it's 12. Unless she's a baker, in which case she meant 13, yeah. Which I don't think she is.
Bakers say a dozen is 13?
A baker's dozen is 13.
Why?
To make the bakery more enticing. Like, you pay for a dozen and you actually get 13.
Got it. That's funny. I never knew that. Yeah. But anyway, she's not a baker, so yes, 12.
She's not a baker, she's a flag smasher. And for flag smashers, a dozen means 12. This is a known fact.
This is we have to be very clear about this. Yeah. It's very important. Anyway,
but yeah, we get back to modern day with Bucky trying to convince the Wakandan soldiers. What are they called again?
You know, I already forgot.
The badasses.
That's one of the Wakandan names I don't have memorized. But let's just call them the Wakandan Royal Guard, because that's basically what they are.
The Royal Guard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Royal Guard. You know, the badass women who
with
have shaved heads and spears.
Yeah.
Who are, in my opinion, one of the best parts of the Black Panther movie.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I love what's her name.
Okoye. Yeah.
Michonne.
Yeah.
McCoy,
yeah.
The
same actress who played
Okoye.
Michonne.
Okoye. Yeah. I just remember, I think I told you this before, when I was watching Black Panther in theaters, I remember being like, I know that actress from somewhere. And also I'm like, oh my god, it's her with the dreadlocks.
She just plays the badass in everything.
Yeah, I was like so excited because I'd never seen anything else. Anyway, but yeah, I thought it was really cool how they were actually surprisingly reasonable with
the thing is, I think they trust the Bucky.
Yeah, they were like, thing. Okay, we'll give you 8 hours.
He lived with them for what, a year or something?
But did you notice that I think it was 2 years, but notice she called him White Wolf there, and then later when they were leaving after
she called him James.
Yeah, which means maybe
you're no longer what if she was like, you're no longer the White Wolf, James?
I don't think that's what it was. I think it's kind of like when, occasionally, Captain America's like his buddies will call him Steve, or they'll call him Cap.
Oh, Dorn, thank you for subscribing for 28 months in a row.
Yeah.
Welcome back to being a Dragon Lord.
Everyone's a Dragon Lord. I thought it was you.
No, I am the Dragon Lord, but everyone else, you can apply to be a Dragon Lord if you subscribe to my channel.
Oh,
but I'm the mythology guy, so since you're a dragon, you're actually within my jurisdiction, so I can make a deal.
My dragons are powerful enough to escape mythology. They become real.
How can... Wait, what? You know what? Let's not have this argument now.
That's right.
We're here to talk about Falcon and the Winter.
I don't think it was a friendly thing. I think she was saying that she's like,
oh, Dorn thought the same.
What? No.
Revoking the White Wolf.
She is yeah, that's what I felt.
It's hard to say though. We don't know what she said.
A part of me feels like, when they were talking earlier and she was calling him White Wolf, they were having more of a professional talk. And when she took his arm off, she kind of if I remember this, she was really close to him, and she was saying, and we don't know what she said. It just said speaking Wakandan, which is a made up language, so there's no way to look this up.
Yeah.
And she just went to the something James, and you might be right. She might be saying I'm sorry, James. It doesn't sound the same if you're saying I'm sorry, White Wolf.
Yeah,
or
that's
something.
True. Maybe the White Wolf does
it felt like she was being more
professional.
Personal with him in that moment. Who knows? Maybe they have more of a history. Maybe
I don't think so.
Were a thing.
I don't think they were a thing.
Nah.
Maybe not.
I
maybe
think
there's just sexual tension. I don't know.
Maybe.
Because they spent a lot of time together, and
yeah, but it's not. This isn't a CW show.
Exactly.
No, you're right. Okay, but they do know each other really well, so maybe it was just something personal.
I think. I don't know. It feels more like she's taking it away.
Yeah, and she did the White Wolf seems kind of like a badge of honor sort of thing.
Yeah.
We named you this.
Yeah, we were willing to give you a title from our country.
Yeah, we respect you.
You are one of us, even though you are not one of us, sort of thing. And then by not calling him that.
Yeah, maybe it's hard to say though, because I could see it the other way too.
The other thing is, it felt also like she was kind of talking down to him when she said James.
She did take off his arm.
He also had this look of shock, not sorry.
Yeah, because they did. I know that did kind of. I feel like it kind of ended a little in an anticlimactic kind of way. I know he ran off, so it's like
they were there for him, not.
Yeah, they weren't gonna kekeep fighting them, but it seemed a little oh well, the situation's over now. They're just gonna go. They did start fighting them.
I wish we knew what the hell she said to him.
We'll probably learn by next episode or something.
Maybe, yeah.
You sure you don't want to wash your face real quick? We can continue the conversation.
All right, go ahead. I'm going to use the restroom real quick.
Yeah, he might have gotten some cat hairs on his face. He is allergic. I think his shock was from the fact that she was able to take off his arm. Yeah, that's also true.
That too.
She just goes and then just falls off.
And he said he didn't know they could do that.
At the very least, it just dropped off. It wasn't like unusable anymore because I was kind of afraid he might not have his left arm for a couple seconds.
I know. What if like they straight up just like smashed his arm to?
Well, they can't. They couldn't smash it. They might be able to stab it with their spears.
Or damage it. I was thinking the same thing. Like, what if they just straight up took his arm and then took Cap's shield? Like, you guys, fuck you guys. You're not worthy.
Yeah, you're not allowed to have our Wakandan vibranium.
Honestly, though, I would have thought that wasn't a good reason for why they would have taken the shield. Like, you're not worthy, and then just take it.
Yeah, but then she's like,
but that would have. But Andrew's right. That would have caused like a potential war.
Yeah.
So.
Regardless of what happened with Bucky, is there more you're gonna say?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe, there's going to be so much speculation now what she said to him. So much online of theories.
Yeah. It's clear that John Walker is the best person to be Captain America, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
He definitely deserved the super soldier serum.
Everybody else, that guy isn't Captain America. The U.S. government, no, guys, he's totally going to do the best.
He's
as
so
Captain.
good.
He's going to be just as great as Steve Rogers. 3 seconds later, okay, he killed the guy with Cap's shield. Yeah, we made a mistake.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that. Like, what that means, really. Like, not only did he kill him, not in self-defense, but it was with Captain America's shield, and there was blood on it.
Yeah, he's never killed.
It doesn't look good.
The reason Cap had a shield wasn't because he was trying to fight people, but because he was trying to defend people.
Yeah, he was defending people.
And the first big thing everybody sees him do as Captain America
is use the shield as a weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bad. Very, very bad. And Captain America would only kill people if he had to. And he definitely didn't do it in any kind of like...
He never did it out of spite or anger.
Yes.
It was always out of necessity.
Yeah.
Like, sure, he'd kill soldiers during the war, but it's like, if you don't kill them, they kill you.
Yeah, he did it out of self-defense, essentially. And he would never go out of his way to kill someone if he could avoid it.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's that, too.
Like, I think they did well explaining...
John Walker's.
Yeah, no.
John Walker.
John Walker. Yeah, they did a great job showing his struggles because he's clearly struggling to try and be
good.
What he thinks Captain America needs to be, but
he doesn't. Really
he misunderstands. Captain America didn't ever want to be a symbol. He just wanted to do what was right. Whereas John Walker.
Do you know who I am?
Yeah, he's trying to use the symbol. To do what he thinks is right instead of doing what is right and becoming a symbol.
Yeah, you're right. That's kind of part of it. True. Is like Cap became a symbol. Walker's like just kind of taking the symbol and already being it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's like, I've inherited this. Like, no, you didn't. Like, he gave the shield to.
It was kind of interesting that they did show Carly say she wanted to break the shield, destroy the shield when Sam said that in the last episode. But they both had very different reasons because her reason is it's the past. The past is wrong. We're the
Kylo Ren. Forget the past.
She was kind of saying the same thing that Kylo does when he says that.
She believed in a world after the blip.
Well, it's because what happened was a bunch of people when the world was destroyed. They needed people to help rebuild, and
basically everyone was allowed to go where they wanted because everybody
accepted.
Needed people. It became like.
And then once everybody just appeared again, they're like, "Yeah, we don't need you anymore. Get out."
Which is like really messed up, honestly.
Well, one thing that might have happened is like you got to consider things like this. Like some people like moved into new houses during the blip, and then when people come back, they're like, "Hey, this is my house. Like, I can't have you living here anymore."
What are they gonna do? Exactly. Like they can't just be like, "You can't live here."
It's like I don't think there's really a villain in that scenario. It's just a very difficult situation.
It's an extremely complex situation.
It's like who's the refugee? The person who came here while you were gone, or the person who came back after being gone? Like
it's really unfair. For both really sides. And
she's just a little too extreme.
I think the thing is, she really wanted to help people, and she thought the only way to do it was to use this serum to make herself strong enough to protect those in need. But then, like Erskine always said, it makes good great, bad becomes worse. And she
becomes a verse.
It becomes worse, and like the good trait of her of wanting to help people increased, but also her need to like get rid of what she thinks is wrong became stronger too. And I like that they show that the problem with going too far of like thinking everybody's a supremacist or everybody's a villain and we need to get rid of anybody who...
Extremism is always a problem.
Yeah.
And that's
always.
like sometimes, like...
Because Cap only cared about helping. He didn't want to get rid of anybody. He even said, like, do you want to kill Nazis? He's like, I don't want to kill anybody.
Yeah.
Whereas she's like, Nazis.
Oh, right.
In the first film, he's like, I don't want to kill anyone.
Great line. Yeah, and that's what I really liked about her and Sam's conversation is like, she's like, I'm not an extremist. Like, she doesn't see herself as an extremist.
Like, well, you're hurting innocent people. Hey, they were not innocent. They were roadblocks, and I'd kill them again if I had to. He's like, oh.
He's like,
and she's like, whoa, no, you tricked me into saying it. He's like, he didn't say anything.
Yeah,
you said that.
Yeah, and it really shows the problem of if you start looking at everybody as an obstacle to go through, you can kill
There's
anybody.
a lot of people right now who could benefit from hearing stuff like that.
Yeah, I say this episode is the most thought-provoking and definitely the most
also, one thing this series is doing a good job of is showing how Sam would be a good Captain America.
Yeah.
Like, he's good at talking to people. He's like, he has a lot of the traits Steve had.
And he's doing it without even realizing. I mean, like, as he should, without realizing it's just who he is.
Like, when I saw Endgame and he gave the shield to Sam, I was like, shouldn't you give it to Bucky? Wouldn't Bucky be the better choice? But in this show, I'm like, actually, no, Sam's the better choice for Captain America.
Yeah, I always thought he was better than Bucky, but
like,
I know why
I always thought it would
that.
be part of Bucky's, like, retribution to become Captain America. And I could see that, too, but Sam already has a lot of the traits Steve would have wanted, like, a Captain America.
You know what the funny thing is? They actually told us this since the second Captain America. There's that scene where it's like, who are you? Hey, look, I just do what he does, but slower.
I love that.
Yeah, that's such a great line. And then, you know, Sam's reason for wanting to destroy the shield, I can agree with Sam's reason so much better than anybody else's. Sam wanted to put the shield away because he didn't want to use it as a symbol. And then the moment he did that, someone took it and used it as a symbol. He's like, well, maybe I should have just destroyed it so no one could do that ever again.
Yeah. I mean, ideally, he should have kept it for himself because he knew how to.
Yeah. And that I agree with that so much more than anybody else's reasons.
Oh, for sure.
Like, I think Sam is always making, in my personal opinion, he's honestly him and Bucky are my two favorite characters to watch right now because they're like two sides of Steve.
Look, I'm just gonna say so far, like, I liked WandaVision, but this is way better in my opinion. This is way more entertaining. I think that there's way more going on. To its credit, these episodes are longer though, so they have a lot more time.
This just really feels more like a
you've
big
got
movie.
so many characters from the Marvel universe in it, and like they're really taking advantage of that.
I feel like they're really expanding the world in this one.
Like when they had like just the scene in this episode where it's like you've got Bucky, Sam, Zemo, this new Captain America, and Wakandan Royal Guard on the same room. That was when I was like, I love how they've built this universe.
Yeah, that's what you
like
said,
just to see, like now they've made it to the point where characters like that can just casually interact and stuff, and it feels proper in the universe, and you see so many different looking kinds of people all together, and it makes things really cool. Like that's something DC like was needed to learn how to build up properly instead of just thrusting us into it. Marvel did this really organically, and it's really paying off.
Yeah, and with WandaVision, like it was great to see these other characters we knew, but it was like a very contained world. Like they were literally in the sitcom world in that one town, which is fine. But this one just feels like a bunch of movies coming together into one movie, which is great.
I think that. Here's how I like this one more because I like more of the action and the more of the spy thriller stuff.
Great in this show.
It was great.
But I think the other one is kind of a better show in the sense that it's easier for someone to get into because it's not about the action. It's not necessarily about the comic book part of it. It's more about just the characters and the stories. And
it's
because
really
and real quick, the other thing is that it's also. That one was so easy to just like, what is going to happen next episode? So it's a lot easier to get steam.
Honestly, I think one of the reasons this show is working is because it's kind of doing all of that. It's doing like good character development. It's doing good action also. In every episode, we're getting good character building and good action. And like it does feel a comic booky, but it also feels like mature. what I like about stuff like this is it feels like it's for people who grew up reading comics but are grown up now, and it makes it feel like, you know, like this comic books gets, I hate that I still have to say this, but sometimes comic books and comic book fans get a bad rap because people are like, oh, that's so childish. It's like, no, they can grow up, you know, like this feels like it's made for people. Like, it can appeal to kids, sure, but I think it's going to appeal more to adults who grew up with comics than it is going to.
Well, it has a very mature feel, just like how, you know, Civil War, or the Captain America Winter Soldier, and it even ties directly to that story, too. And that's what I, like, Civil War, or Winter Soldier is my favorite standalone
and honestly,
MCU movie, so that's why I really like the show.
Zemo is just so entertaining on the show.
Well, like Doran said, this movie ties more directly into the MCU.
You mean show, right, Doran?
As opposed to WandaVision.
Yeah, but this really does feel like a movie that's cut up into like parts
for sure.
instead of.
But I mean, it is a show.
It's like watching the Snyder Cut again.
Yeah, a little bit.
Kind of.
But the other thing is, the reason I think the other one is a better show is because not because I think it's actually better, but because it's easier for just a casual audience member to get into.
Is this officially only 6 episodes?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they're gonna they're still they got 2 episodes left, and
but like the shit's already hit the fan.
Shit has hit the fan, but we've got the Flag Smashers, Zemo, and the Power Broker, and Walker.
I think they're going to keep the Power Broker.
And Sharon.
I don't think Power Broker is going to really actually show up in this.
Maybe Power Broker is more of a season 2 villain.
Yeah, I think he's just going to be someone they're building up.
I think so much happened on this episode. I think they'll be able to finish it.
And Sharon, I think, is just kind of going to be here for the next 2 episodes. I don't think she's going to actually do anything.
I do like the theory that she's the Power Broker, but I don't think she is.
I don't think she is, but there's just a part that's like...
I think what seems might be a little more likely is she's working with the Power Broker.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to say. There's something sus about her.
Is she...
Like at the end of the last episode when she went to that car and had a person, and she was like, we've got a problem. I was like...
what? What do you mean?
Also, where did she get all that art and everything?
Iron Man is the Power Broker.
Yeah, Iron Man is the Power Broker.
Oh, damn it, you ruined it!
I knew it! He's not dead.
No, guys, it's Jason Todd.
Yeah, everything is Jason Todd. Everything.
Wait, who is that again? You always make the show
in DC Comics.
I need to show you the movie.
Almost every time there's a Batman mystery, it turns out to be Jason Todd.
Okay.
It's either Jason Todd or...
it's just the lazy, easy thing to do. It was cool with Red Hood, but you don't have to do it with fucking everything.
It was cool like the first 2, maybe 3 times, but after time number 14...
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay. Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about.
We're not here. We're talking about someone else who wears red and black.
Did you guys talk about what happens with Walker in this episode yet?
Oh no, we have. Well, we talked about the after the ending.
Oh,
we didn't talk about how it got there.
Yeah, honestly, so there's something I feel like could have been done a little better with Walker in the show overall, and I'll get to that. But yeah, so Walker's partner, his version of Sam, basically, gets killed in this episode, and it actually bummed me out to see him die because he was a good character, and that's another sign of good writing, like when a character dies and you care.
Absolutely. And like I said, it's like he's the only thing kind of keeping him unhinged.
That's
and then
where
he died.
like I get what happened next. Like it was like holy shit, but I understand why it happened. When that happened, I wasn't going shitty writing or anything. I was like, no, I get it. I get why he just flies off the rails after that and slaughters one of the super soldiers because that guy was his best friend. He was his partner. He was his emotional center. They've been like serving together for years. Like from what I've heard about like soldiers, like some say like when you're out there in the field, you're not just fighting for your country. You're fighting for the men you're fighting alongside.
They're your family.
Yeah, like those they would die for each other, and it makes you like it's a special kind of bond. So when you lose someone like that, like right in front of you, and like especially the one you are the closest with, and like one of the few people who understands what you've gone through in the field, like he was ready to kill one of the super soldiers, and he kills one, and he's like, of course everyone pulls out their fucking phones because because
wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And that's what me and
like he goes too far, but I get why he goes too far. Like he kills a man who's like pretty much already given up and says I wasn't the one who killed him, and then he just fucking like
Yeah, and then it really
shield.
shows like what you said in the bathroom when you were in the bathroom. Like he did though what Steve Rogers wouldn't have done though. He would never have killed a man. For one thing, you didn't actually kill the.
I'm sure
the
Steve
man.
Rogers has killed people before.
No, he
Yes,
has.
in World War, but he
I
would
didn't
never
finish what I was saying.
execute a man. Like that's basically what he did. Yeah.
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 Like I was going to say,
go ahead.
didn't. Steve Rogers never would have killed someone who didn't kill the person. Like he's like, it wasn't me. He never would have done that. And Steve Rogers does it because he kills people because he has to out of like self-defense essentially, or because he's fighting a war. Not like, oh, you're involved with the person that killed my best friend. I don't care. I'm just gonna slaughter you in cold blood, basically. And he did it with Captain America's shield.
I'd like them to. I hope they'll like have like in the next episode. I'd like them to say something like you killed that man with that shield. That shield is somebody who's like this, and he'll probably say something like, this shield has killed people before. It was in World War II. It was in the battle for Earth, and he was like, yeah, but it's never been used to execute someone. That's a discussion I think would benefit the whole like making the point of why that was wrong.
Yeah, and then like Steve would use it as a defense thing more so. It's a shield. It's not really the actual weapon.
Like that's the whole thing. Yeah, it's a shield, not a sword. It's there
defending.
to defend.
Yeah.
Like not to. Like it's not. He used it as an axe, basically, in that last scene. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was very like. I mean, I understand how upset he was, but like, Steve would have arrested him. He wouldn't have killed him.
See, like from this point on, I totally get Walker like falling from grace and like. But so here's one of the things I wish had been done a little differently. He did not need to be, in my opinion, as douchey as he is on this show at certain points. Because this right here is a great moment where he could have a fall from grace. Like there were some like, look, I get him not being as good as Steve or like having his problems, but like little moments where he goes, all right, you know what? Then stay the hell out of my way. Or this other episode where he goes, do you know who I am? Like stuff like that is just like.
I think they went a little too far.
No,
It's a little over the top.
No, I think it's perfect because you need it. Because otherwise, you have a character who's exactly like Steve Rogers, and then when they flip, you're like, why would they just flip?
Well, I'm saying I don't want him to be perfect. Well, but like, that was a little too.
I don't think it was too much. I think they needed exactly that because otherwise, you need to see how far he's willing to go before he gets the serum, and then when he gets it, it makes, like Erskine said, bad becomes worse.
You know what I think would have been a little better? Here's what I just think. Anytime he was about to say something like that or blow up like that, you could have shown his buddy like put his hand on his shoulder and go and like calm him down, and that would make it all the more now that his buddy is dead.
That probably would have helped a little. Yeah,
that's just how I would have done it. But like we already see some of that. We see some of how his buddy helps calm him down and helps him feel better, and that makes it all the more now that he's dead. Absolutely. I just think it would have been better during like scenes where he's about to like you could see like anger on his face, and his buddy would be like, "No, dude, relax."
Right.
Like,
but
and like,
I mean, they kind of show that a little bit, but you're right, not exactly the way you're.
I think that would have been the better way.
I still think I don't know if I said this on stream, but I know I said it right before the stream. Is if you look at the two versions of basically Sam, the actual Sam Wilson, and then John Walker's Sam Wilson. I don't remember his actual name. I'm sorry. I've only known him for 4 episodes.
Yeah.
And when Zemo asked Sam, would you take the serum?
I think it was Lamar.
Yeah, it is Lamar. You're right. When Sam asks him to take the serum, Zemo asks if Sam would take the serum. He immediately says no.
Yeah, no hesitation.
And then when new Cap asks Lamar, would you take the serum? He goes, hell yes. More power just makes you more of you. Yeah. How would that be a bad thing?
And then he unintentionally got him to take the serum without knowing it, because then that's when
when he had
Walker
him
took it.
As soon as I saw there was one more serum, I was like, yep, he's taking it.
I was a little surprised they never showed him take it, but I guess they didn't really need to.
Yeah,
we know.
What do we need to see?
I remember he threw his shield and it punctured the concrete, and we were talking about ourselves. Oh wait, did he take the serum? Is that how? And we were like, oh well, it could just be the shield. And then the next scene, we're like, he took the serum.
They lingered on that shot too long in the wall. Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what it kind of reminds you of at the end of Mandalorian season 2 when the X-wing fighter comes onto the ship and you're like, is that who I think it is? No, it can't be. And then you see the hood and it's like, no, it can't be. And then you see the lightsaber and you're like, oh my god, it is who I think it is.
Somebody ruined it for me. I was so upset.
Yeah.
I do like what Doran said here. I think the reason they did this is so people don't think they pulled a Daenerys with
Oh yeah, where she.
Yeah. Good point.
I'd much rather have this than Daenerys, where she just goes 180.
This is better than Daenerys. I'll say that.
Yeah,
Like,
but I know there is more. I think they could have made him a little more of a jack. Less of a jackass.
One of the reasons I think it's a little annoying to see him keep being a jackass is because doesn't he he should this guy should have been trained or in some way prepared. This is literally supposed to be Captain America. You could, and who knows? Maybe part of the thing could have been we knew he was a little we knew he had some anger issues, but his friend helps. That's why we assigned this guy to be his partner because they're good friends, and we figured they'd be a perfect team. And then that could tie into in the next episode they're probably going to take the shield away from him because or there's going to be some kind of conflict because everyone recorded that shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a problem. You could have part of his descent into villainy, the government talks to him. It's look, we can't have you in this anymore. And then one thing they could have said if they knew his partner was one of the things helping him, it'd be look, now that Lamar's gone, we don't trust you with this.
I will say, what Doran said, I don't think people thought he had any anger issues.
Yeah.
The other thing is, remember, they might have trained him to be Captain America, but they would never have trained. I don't think anybody would have trained him correctly.
They just trained him physically. They didn't train him mentally.
Well, even if they did, I don't think anybody would get it right because it's the U.S. Army. They just want a soldier. They don't want.
They wanted a symbol.
They want a symbol. They don't want an actual person.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, thanks. I was just gonna say the only person who could train him would have been Steve, and Steve basically did that with Sam.
Yeah.
And then Sam didn't take up the shield.
Do you think Sam will get the shield?
I think that's part of the point. Is Captain America Steve was all the best things about America and all that, and not just fighting wise, empathic wise, and trying to help and make things better. This one, the government or whoever it was that gave him the shield didn't understand that. They just thought, oh yes, soldier. That's all the best part. Right. No, that's part of it, but you're missing a whole nother half here.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Maybe Deadpool. No, Deadpool's not showing up in this one. It made sense in the last.
Kidding.
No, because he said, "I just want one Deadpool cameo, just one." Is that so much to ask?
It wouldn't be in this show.
I do too, but I don't think it's happening.
Definitely not in this show.
It made sense in the last one.
It wouldn't fit the tone of this show.
God no.
It made sense in the last one because the last one was a comedy, a bit. This one is more serious, and it would be a bit too much.
Last one literally did something like that with Evan Peters, which I'm still mad about.
Yeah.
I think I'm a little
salty.
No, not even a little bit.
Not you. Most people are.
Because again, Chekhov's gun. I just it's just something where you throw Evan Peters in there. What people were gonna think when you did that, and then you're like, oh no, we're not doing that, and it's
I mean, they never said they were going to do that.
No, but they know. If they don't know, they're a little brain
dead. It was a little bit of a dick move.
And it would be imagine if imagine if in The Mandalorian freaking Mark Hamill came in the freaking outfit. It's oh no, that's not Luke Skywalker.
Mm-hmm. That's just Mark Hamill.
Well, that's completely different.
Okay, it's a little different. Okay,
because that is another universe.
Okay, I'll give you a better equivalency. You remember the Force Unleashed game?
Okay.
Okay, what if you had the actor from that coming in the full outfit from that game, and it's oh no, that's not that character.
I would still not be annoyed.
It's just some random guy. It's just Bob.
I wouldn't be annoyed because there's nothing that says that it has to be that character.
It's but if you have him literally in the same outfit, playing nearly
he wasn't in the same outfit. He was in
the Quicksilver outfit.
He was in the comic book Quicksilver outfit, which he did not wear in those movies.
He didn't wear those in
No, he didn't.
First he was wearing the Pietro from Avengers Age of Ultron outfit, and then he was wearing the comic outfit.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't wear the ones from those movies. The ones in those movies, he had silver goggles. He had an 80s very different 80s outfit on.
I know, it's just...
Yeah, in the X-Men movies, it's a different universe.
Yeah, Kevin Feige just wanted to troll. Yeah, that's how it feels, honestly. I felt so trolled when it turned out that wasn't actually the X-Men Quicksilver. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
I don't know.
I'm not surprised.
I think it's the equivalent of how in like the Ghostbusters redo, they had the original cast but not playing their original characters, and it felt like such a wasted opportunity.
Sure.
Well, with that's a little different because that's literally it's trying to be the exact same film, and this was telling us multiple times this is not the exact same story.
It's okay, guys.
So-
He's Ralph Boner.
He's Ralph Boner.
Oh, God.
That was pretty funny. But
that was a little funny.
Because it means I can't have a positive.
I'm curious. Will they? What I want to know is by the end of this season,
Sorry,
is Sam going to get his shield?
I think he will.
I think they're really building up that it should end with him taking up
Either
the
that
shield,
or he's
and
going to destroy it.
I swear, if they destroy that shield, I'm gonna get mad.
Oh, I don't
because,
care.
Like,
I would be fine with
here's the
that.
thing: even if you think, like it's being misused, the thing is that's not what Steve wanted. He didn't want the shield destroyed. Like that's a symbol of like your best friend. It would be like
that would be a little
it would be like
cruel.
destroying like Tony's suit or something like that.
I mean, I don't think Tony cares if you destroy his suits. He's like, I'll just
Tony
make another.
literally blew up all his suits at the end of 3, which was the dumbest scene in that movie.
No, I don't think it was the dumbest scene. I think it made a lot of
let's
sense.
just
They're
blow them
destroying-
all up
he's
for
definitely
no
getting a
reason.
No.
Millions of dollars of equipment
Well,
gone.
Wait, why'd he do that? He just got
No, no,
the
no,
shield,
no, no,
the
no.
outfit again.
No,
And he just built more.
There was his reason was originally to be, I don't need to be Iron Man anymore. We can live a normal life.
But then he does be Iron Man.
Because he can't let go. That's what they're trying to show in those films. That's why in the second in Age of Ultron, he ends up building Ultron because he can't let go of this idea.
Anyway,
I remember a lot of.
Is there anything
Iron
on
Man
this
3.
episode we didn't discuss that's important?
Sam had we kind of discussed a little bit Sam's conversation with what's her
Carly.
name? Yeah, Carly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I just remember the name of they're the Dora Milaje,
Dora Milaje?
the spear people.
Okay. Yeah, I know it started with Dora because when they said that, I thought of Dora the Explorer.
I was pissed because that means I can't have the possibility of Nightcrawler cameo. Well, you wouldn't have gotten one anyways.
No way they're destroying it. Yeah, that's what I think. If they like,
Nightcrawler came.
there's no way
now.
they're gonna destroy it.
No, I don't. I think
That
you're
would
right.
cause
I don't-
such a divide among fans, and I don't think they want that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen either. But also, is it too predictable for Sam just to be Captain America? I don't know. But also, I want that, so who cares if it's predictable? Fuck.
I don't know.
I want that to happen, damn it.
Do you think Bucky's Asian friend is gonna play in
No.
at any
Not.
point?
Maybe at the end,
Because
just
I kind of thought that was just an episode 1 thing, but then they kind of brought it up again in episode 3, like when Zemo was going through his list.
I would.
Campus.
I'll explain that once we go through this, but I think probably not. Maybe at the end of the season 1,
That's what I was thinking.
they'll have like a scene where they show like what everybody's doing.
And he
they-
actually tells
Could
him.
I say what I was?
Sorry.
Yeah.
And he was going to, and they might just have like a silent scene where it shows Bucky speaking to the old man, and then they kind of just play the scene out. Maybe
Yeah.
Without dialogue.
maybe either
sound.
with or without
Or
dialogue.
it might end with him just going up to him and be like, oh, what's wrong? He's like, I have to tell you something, and then it might cut away after.
Yeah.
Sure.
Avengers Campus opens on June 4th. Avengers Campus is you remember when we went to what's it called? Not the other Disneyland.
The one with the Star Wars. Oh, you mean Harry Potter?
No, not
thing
Universal.
and,
The one right next to Disneyland.
California Adventure.
Yeah, California Adventureland. Thank you. Right next to the Guardians ride.
Oh, they're building an Avengers thing there.
They were already building it. They just hadn't finished it yet. You noticed there was a wall that said it's coming in
yeah.
soon.
Oh,
June
yeah, I
4th.
forgot
Yeah,
about that.
June. Yeah, it's gonna be the
excited to go.
Yeah, it's gonna be a whole. It's a camp. We get to see the Avengers campus they had in the movie.
By the way, Galaxy's Edge is pretty awesome in Disneyland.
Yeah,
I really want to go back. I want to try that red popcorn. I never got to try that red popcorn.
The only thing one thing I really like about it is they call everything credits instead of dollars.
Yeah, I was that stupid person who was like, "What?"
For the when
I ordered
so
food.
was I, but that's also because I have bad hearing and I can't hear you. What'd you say? But then they also, if you want to do the build your own lightsaber thing, you can't ask about lightsabers because lightsabers are technically illegal property. They're outlawed, so you have to ask, where can I get some scrap? And then they'll tell you where to go.
That's a great touch.
Yeah, so just for those of you out there, if you're ever at Disneyland or Disney World at Galaxy's Edge and you want to build your own lightsaber, ask one of the employees, where can I get some scrap? That's the secret code.
Is that Galaxy's Edge at Disney World?
Yes,
okay.
I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, Galaxy's Edge is really nice. California Adventure. I cry like a bitch every time they mention of Tony because both of his children will be forced to live out the rest of their lives. Wait,
doesn't he only have one kid?
Yeah, he only has one.
Doesn't he just have the daughter?
Yeah, he only has Morgan.
If you're thinking about the boy, that's just like his buddy. That's not his actual kid.
Yeah, that's not his son.
But it is sad. But at least he had that time with her.
Yeah, he had like a few years with her.
Those 5 years.
She loves him 3,000.
Also,
but it's still so sad.
Oh, Peter
Parker.
Oh, that's cute.
That's funny. But no, they're gonna bring him back. They're gonna find a way.
You know what they could do? They could put if they want to do any Fox crossovers. I think Multiverse of Madness is one of the places where there's an opportunity there.
Wait, you think they're gonna bring back Robert Downey Jr.?
What?
I think that he definitely has left the franchise.
Yeah, but you know who else left? Chris Evans. And you know who's coming back? Chris Evans.
For what?
I forgot about.
We don't know.
He's supposed to be in an episode of this, isn't he?
No, we don't know. It was after they filmed.
We don't know. Okay. Maybe at the end of this, Steve Rogers will come back and say, "You gave my shield away. Give it back. I'm Captain America again. Here, I had Doctor Strange magically de-age me, and I'm back in the franchise. Baby. They offered me more money."
No, he's gonna come back. No, guys, you're wrong. He's gonna come back with an vibranium walker.
Yes.
He's like,
vibranium pacemaker. All right, here we go. Give me that shield, damn it! Now, evil doers beware!
Yeah,
evil doers beware! I'm still a better Captain America than Walker.
RDJ did say he was done with Marvel, but people have said they're done with other things before and not been done.
But until
I'm okay with like Tony staying dead. I think he should. Otherwise, his sacrifice wouldn't mean.
I want Tony to stay dead, and I want Steve Rogers to stay old.
But what I do want, go ahead. You start.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that we know Marvel's going to at least try to get them back because this is the Marvel fake death universe.
What I would want to see is I just want Robert to come back for like one movie, and that movie I've told you this. I want them to make a Cancerverse movie. And with the evil Avengers who are called the Revengers, and I want Robert back for that. I want him to play evil Iron Man.
So like he is still dead in this world.
Yeah, but like I want to see the evil alternate universe one, and like I think that would be a great moment. Like imagine like evil Iron Man comes down, the helmet comes off, and it's actually Robert Downey Jr. Like I think the whole audience would gasp at that.
Doran said something about him coming back as an AI or a hologram. They could always do what they did in the comics, where Tony literally used his recorded brainwaves and put them into an AI that looked exactly like Tony. So they could always do that to bring him back.
They could.
I know. I'm so excited for Loki show.
Peter is not Tony's son. He was at best his protege.
He was his
protege. Peter was at best his protege, and yes, that can be like a father figure, but it was not his son. He did not pay his bills for him. He did not raise him. Right. He didn't go teach him math and science.
His son doesn't have to be blood, but like it implies a sort of like taking care of that person.
But he didn't raise him.
By raising, I mean not
And
raising,
yes, they did care about each other. I'm not saying he didn't. They clearly cared about each other. But again,
I think he thinks of him like a son, but not like
he's my
son.
I think he thinks of him more like a nephew.
Or nephew, sure.
Yeah.
He's Uncle Ben.
I would say, more of a nephew.
Which bugs me
That's
more.
why he tries to bang his aunt.
I'm still mad that they haven't mentioned Uncle Ben once.
It is weird.
Yeah, it's weird. They never talk about him.
I know they originally didn't want to have us go through the scene of Uncle Ben dying again, but you could at least be like, when Uncle Ben died, you could that's all you need to say. When Uncle Ben died, it was hard.
Him.
That's all you need. 2 seconds of dialogue.
I'm glad they didn't do the death again.
But he exists, doesn't he?
Well, yeah.
He was up. That bugs me. That's the thing that bugs me.
Yeah.
I bet Loki's gonna show up as Steve Rogers and be like, bullshit.
You know what
Sam.
I think would have been a good, maybe fresher take on Uncle Ben? Yeah, don't show the death. Just have he's already dead in these movies. Just you could have little flashbacks of them talking, and then you could cut out of the flashback and show he's just standing in front of the grave and he's like, I miss you, Ben.
Yeah.
That's all you need. That gives us all the info we need.
Maybe the next one.
I mean, how many times does Loki turn into Steve? It'd make a lot more sense, and it'd be funny if when he finally gets out, he's just like, I owed Steve Rogers a favor. This was it.
Oh.
That'd be great. I think
that would be funny. And I do like both the scenes we get as Loki as Steve Rogers in Thor 2 and in Endgame.
No, it's gonna end like WandaVision. Steve's gonna take the shield back, turn around, and it's a scroll.
Oh yeah, totally. That's how we'll get all of them back. Scrolls.
I think that's everything we have to say about this episode.
Yeah. You looking forward to the next one?
Yeah, very much. So, I think you're right. Power Broker is gonna be season 2 villain. I think by the end of this, I think Walker's motivation now is to straight up just kill all those super soldiers, all the flag smashers. I don't think he'll kill the main one because we're supposed to feel for her. And I think Walker will get removed from his position as a result of the blowback from people filming it.
Yeah, I think
and then it'll make him become more of a villain, and maybe he'll get either captured or just run off and be a villain in season 2 or something.
Yeah, I think so. I think they're doing a good job of it feeling like it's gonna be a 6-episode arc of this season.
I'm not sure of how it's gonna end. I don't know how Zemo's arc is gonna.
He's gonna escape, and he might be.
I mean, he might escape and put on the mask.
He might be working with Power Broker in the season 2. That's what I'm thinking is gonna happen.
Maybe he'll go to Power Broker and be like, hey,
"We can take down the Avengers together."
I have info you might be interested.
Yeah, I think it's
maybe part of his motivation is he will want to kill Bucky because he wants all the super soldiers.
My favorite thing, like I said, still though, is Sam and Bucky. Them together in every scene I really like seeing them grow as characters, and then they really bounce off each other well.
And then I remember thinking last episode Sam didn't have a lot to do, but in this one he definitely has more to do. When you get the back, is his sisters brought back, the backstory of how the America or the world hasn't really been helping those who came back after the blip, even though you could argue the people who stayed
Doran
also
said that
couldn't
about
be
the
helped.
GRC.
What?
The Global Repatriation Act.
Right.
Hasn't been doing what it's supposed to be doing.
Yeah, so you see that sympathy. So Sam definitely had a lot more to do in this episode too. So I think their individual stories are so strong, and then when they are together, it makes it even more.
Yeah.
Another good thing Doran just mentioned is people will either hate him for killing that guy, or they'll be like, he killed one of the flag smashers. Oh my god, he's so amazing.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
That'd be funny.
If you know anything about people will get mad. There will be that division on the internet that's happy, but most of them will not be happy.
We live in
the anti-flag smashers.
Yeah.
Given how
the flag builders, the flag fixers,
the flag sewers.
Wait, they mentioned.
No, they the only thing they mention is they say ever since what happened with Aunt May, it's been rough.
Oh, okay.
That's all they say.
I guess at least they implied it a little.
Yeah, but an implication, it could just be that
they had was in Civil War. I think he said, my uncle used to say, if you can do what I do and you don't, and bad things happen, they happen because of you. That's just a longer way of saying with great power comes great responsibility.
Interesting.
Especially since Kali bombed a place, they might try to twist it as a good thing. That's true. Loki could totally bullshit Sam into thinking he's maybe. I think that's a whole other thing. I don't think Loki's showing up in the show at all.
I'm excited for the new show.
I'm very excited
Loki
for
in
Loki.
3 weeks.
4 weeks.
4 weeks.
It's myth related. Hey.
I mean, technically, all of this is myth related. If you think
Not this one.
Yeah, super soldiers, demigods, Demigods are basically super soldiers. They have the
Okay,
blood.
that's a
They
bit
have the blood
reach.
of the gods in them.
He doesn't have any blood of the gods.
No. Super soldier serum makes you into a god. You think you're above people.
They
But that's what Zemo's saying. They mentioned gods, therefore mythology. There, you got it.
Slap him real good.
Hey, I was trying to help you get more content. That's all I'm doing.
Oh, it's not till June 11th. It's not coming right after.
That's
I'm bummed.
That's annoying.
So it's gonna be a
They
while.
can make us wait.
So we only have 2 more
That's
episodes of this show, and then we have 2 months to wait. What are we gonna do for 2 months? What are we gonna
my
talk about?
I don't know. Rest.
Yeah, honestly.
Maybe during those 2 months. Maybe during those 2
Anyways,
months, I could try to get a review.
This has been our.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
This has
Unless
been.
11 end up being the case, Loki is Cat because he owns Steve a favor.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Zagard, you want to sign us off?
Yeah, I think that. So yeah, this is. I'm just gonna end the stream here, guys, because I have to help Andrew with something, and then I gotta do something real quick, and then I might start a stream again after this. But for those of you who are just here to watch the video, thank you so much for stopping by. It means a lot to just click that button to watch this video. Andrew, where can they find you?
YouTube or TikTok at TheMythologyGuy, Instagram Tartarus Games, website tartarusgames.squarespace.com.
And Claire, where can they find you?
You can find me on YouTube at Claire Young Ando or on Sessions, where the streaming singing platform, Sessions Live, and at The Struggling Alto on TikTok.
And you guys, if you want to see where you can find me, just look straight below
Not
the
your
camera.
crotch.
Straight below the camera, it says right there, and it shows the symbols of where you can find me, those websites, Zagard or Zagard Official, and in the description of this video. So thank you all for stopping by. It was a great fun having each and every one of you here, and we'll see you in the next one.